But so
I'm chilling. My skin kind of crawling listening to y'all talk about this performance shit though. Um,
Let's get to it.
Hmm.
tell us why.
um. So when we talking about like when I hear y'all talking, not even when we talking about when I hear y'all talking, it sounds like y'all are mixing attributes and accolades, and the way that this conversation started was separating the two, not mixing them. So like I hear what you're saying as far as like to make legendary status, someone like she would need to continue what he's doing for 8 years. But the point that is being made is when you watch Sheed move, regardless if it's fucking one battle, 8 years of battles, he's one of the top fluent fucking movers. That's the point. It's not about did he do it for 8 years or 10 years. It's about him as a battler, his actual attribute set. He is one of the top fucking movers, dog. I don't, and y'all agree with that, but then to slight it, you caveat it with, but he has to show it for 8 years. Like, no, bro, when you're a performer, you're a performer. Like, I don't, because then we'll go against that and y'all bring Wavy back and bring him in the conversation.
It wasn't us, Jack.
Yeah,
It
but when we
definitely
have
We
wasn't
the
us
disagree
who
with
brought
that was
that.
the
Wavy up.
comments.
Oh
That was the
no,
comments.
that was me, but I was reading
Yeah, it
my
was the comment.
comments in the
Yeah, and as
space.
far as the great, when you're having the conversations about the greatest, you have to include longevity. That's just what
No,
that
no,
is.
you when you having a
And
conversation,
level of competition. Level of competition matters.
but y'all are. This what I'm saying. It's what the conversation of where it started isn't the same conversation that y'all are having, and I understand the conversation that y'all are having. But the one y'all are having is mixing attributes and accolades when this is strictly attributes. Like when we was on the pod where it started from, it was about separating the accolades and the attributes. Y'all keep mixing them. Is what I'm
But I
saying.
would say that the accolades are proof for you being using that attribute to the
Thank
highest
you,
ability.
Schmo.
Because then
That's
it's just
I
exactly what
I
I was
accolades
getting
I
that
ready
I
to say.
like. There has to be
I
separating
ah.
factors rather than they all move around. They all use the stage immaculately, but the difference in level is what they were able to do with it at the
Okay, so
highest of
so so
levels.
this how I look at the conversation, right? When y'all be like, DNA's a slept on performer, T Top, and like the people that y'all name, right, that y'all put ahead of me, I laugh because these are the same people that come to me like, man, I can't do what the fuck Jack do. Yo, back up, give Jack room. This shit crazy. Like it's even they understand the difference in performance, but it seems like the people who watch it don't. And what I'm talking about is attributes, bro, not the accomplishments. I get y'all's conversation about longevity and having accomplishments and how it can establish the legendary status of one's name. But if you're strictly talking attributes, bro, the same people y'all name when y'all mixing the accolades are the same people that see people like me and be like, yo, I can't do what he do. And say it to me. Say it out loud. If you there at the battles, they the same. I was just battling Wusa. DNA's right there. Yo, y'all back up. Y'all know how Jack do. Give him room. This nigga be going crazy. I don't know how he do this shit. These are these people's words. But then I hear y'all put these people over me in performance or over others in performance that move the way we move. It's like this shit is fucking crazy. That's the point that I'm making. I get the accolades and the attributes and all of that good shit and these people being over people in that instance. But when you're talking strictly in attribute, bro, not accolades, an attribute, when it comes to like you said at first, Mo, because you kind of mixed it, but you had a point when you said at first, like body movement, moving across the stage. You're not gonna tell me a T-top move more fluent than me cross the stage, bro. How animated I am, how I move. You're not gonna do that. But what you will do is put him again over me, because then you'll say what stages he been on and things like that. When in a sense they're two separate things. Yes, he's displayed his version of performance on high levels. I have not yet. But the versions of performance that we both display, my version of performance is a higher level if you can understand that conversation.
Can I say something really quick? I think there's a disconnect when we talk about performance, right? Because performance is when most of us speak about it, it's more than just movements. Like some people included looks and all of that other stuff because of the showmanship. Even when you go to the champion of the year thing, showmanship, movements, and all of that other stuff is a subcategory of performance itself. So when I say performance, and I would like to preface this by saying I did not say T Top was over you or anybody else. You know, when we gave our top five, we gave our top five, right? But um yeah, I think that's what a disconnect is when we talk about performance. So yes, you move a lot better than Top does, right? You move a lot better than Top does. Displays a lot of showmanship, right? But I think that's what a disconnect is. So when people look at it differently or from their own perspective, they might not be taking into account what
Nah,
performance might
but
encompass.
top performs. But don't get me wrong, top performs. Like
No, he
not just
does.
showmanship, top performs. Like I don't want to take that away from him either, because top performs and he's a good performer. But what I'm saying is, there's like you said, the body movement part, the bringing pictures to bringing the words to life. There's a difference in how a lot of us do it. Like and the way that we do it, some of us don't have the showmanship. It's strictly body art in a sense, I'll say, for short. So it's like that's what I was trying to explain to people and get out to people. It's not about props. It's like, I don't even, to be rude with you, I don't even, it's a part of performing, but the performance attribute, I don't accredit just because a motherfucker walked from one side of the stage to the other as performance. I don't classify a nigga because he set a bar, the crowd's cheering, and now he's walking around him as he's such a performer in the attribute sense. Yes, he's performing an act. I understand the different definitions within the word. I hope y'all do as well. So yes, he's performing an act, but as a performer within an attribute, I'm not saying, yo, you walked across the stage. Oh man. Oh, he walked around him. Oh man. Like, no, it's not that simple as y'all be trying to make it, to give people extra credit because you like them or you want their accolades to supersede their attributes. It don't work like that. And when we say attributes, you know the shit that used to be on the screen on Smack Battles? You know, like aggression, wordplay, attributes. The attributes is what the conversation on the pod was about. Not with accolades mixed. Me and Jazz even had that conversation, and once she got the split, she understood it. That's why I don't even understand why this shit is actually a real conversation, and boy got in his feelings. Cause it's like, dog, it's just a split, bro. And I explained it perfectly. Some people move for every fucking word and syllable, others do not. Those who move for everything and use body art as part of their fucking round are the top performers, attribute wise.
But I think
Attribute.
that's how you perceive performance, though, right? Because
No,
movement.
but see, this my
Hold
thing.
on, Jack. Listen, all I'm saying is, to Wizzo's point, it is more than just movement. Because sometimes there are also battlers who, and I'm just not gonna say no names, so it is what it is. But there are battlers who move, but their movements mean nothing. It don't go with the bars in any way. They doing this little two step the whole time. They doing these hand gestures the
Yeah,
whole time, but it's not to create any sort of imagery with the actual bars that they're spitting.
yeah,
They are
man.
literally
I
just movement.
agree.
So to me, a
I
part
don't
of
call them
hold
performers.
on,
Y'all
Jack.
do. But
Hold
this
on,
what
Jack. Just let me
Let her
finish though.
finish her
All I'm
thought
saying
real
is,
quick.
yeah, so for me, when I see a T top or even like a Charlie Clips, when I see a T top, it's the voice inflection when he telling his story, the way he scratched the side of his face, and the way he changed it, and then he'll look in the camera. It's the way Rock walk up and knock on the camera when he do that. There's other things that are performance, your engagement with the crowd, you're looking into the camera, and where you might be standing still. It could be just your expression. You know what I'm saying? All of those things are performative. All of those things augment and heighten what you're saying and create a certain energy in the room.
no,
So
boss. No, bro. You taking
showmanship,
so many.
okay, so it's all
Let's
within
just
the
give you.
definition, though, Jack. It's all, so you keep saying no.
You're taking so many different fucking things that go in different categories. Like, okay, so
It's
what you
all a
doing?
part of
Listen, I'm about to explain
performance.
to
You
you. So
won't let
what
me
you do?
finish, but go ahead.
Because what you doing is you taking categories like charisma and trying to put it into performance when they two
I didn't
separate things
describe
and always
charisma not
have
one
been.
time.
The facial expressions, that's part of charisma, bro. That
How
shit
is
has
that
never been part
actually?
of
Facial expressions is literally movement. So how is performance movement, but a facial expression is you moving your face? That is not what charisma is. If you look up the definition of charisma, charisma is not even visible. It's an energy.
what you think the facial expression is. It's an
It's
energy.
movement. If do you have to move
You
your
just
face to make a
answered it
facial
yourself,
expression?
boss. You just
Do you have
answered it. It's still energy, bro.
do
It's
you have
getting an
to
energy.
move your face to
Come
make a
on, bro.
facial
You trying to
expression?
no, boss, cause you know I love you, but you trying to fuse two things in battle rap that's always been separate, bro. That's like what Charlie Clips is doing is what you're explaining as some no, it's charisma. We've always say this nigga got a killer charisma, bro. We don't say he's a fucking top performer.
Okay,
That's not
so
what the rhetoric on Charlie Clips has ever been, and you're describing more of a
you
Charlie
highlighted
Clips.
clips when I'm talking about, I know what charisma is. I'm talking about the performative aspect of it because there are certain people that rap and they're straight faced it the whole time. There are other people who rap and they're monotone the whole time. Your voice inflection, being able to augment the punch, being able to
Voice
heighten the
inflection,
story that you're
delivery. You
telling
see
for
how
the
you just
storytelling.
grabbing from everywhere. Voice inflection, we say is delivery. That's part of delivery, boss. Yes, I get it's part of performing. That's why I said everyone's performing. But what you're doing is you're reaching and grabbing for things that aren't in the performance attribute as it has always been set in battle rap.
So you
That's
think
what you're
that
doing right
performance
now.
is only body movement?
That's what it's always been. The things that you're naming has been listed
That's
as other
not
things
true.
always. What
That's
you
not true.
mean?
Body movement is not the only part of a performance in battle
Bro,
rap. Is it a
bro,
big part? Yes, but it is not the only part. And then your
bro,
face is, but
bro.
then that still gets counteracted with your face is a part of your
This,
body. But
this,
then you tell
this
me a battler moving their face doesn't count as performance. It can't be
No,
both.
it's no, 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 no. What you're doing is you're trying to break up the point that I'm making, and you're trying to scrap little sub things and pull into one. When what I'm talking about is his own sub thing, performing an act. We are all doing performances. Yes. Understood. So everything you're saying is right under the senses of we're all doing performances. Yes, making the facial expressions and all of that is part of performing. Yes, but what we're actually talking about is the attribute in battle rap that has always been set, which is reference to how much and how animated with the body movement a person is on stage. You would never in your life, and we call what would you be explaining? One, voice inflection. That's delivery. It's always been delivery. That's how it's been categorized in battle rap. Yes, delivery is part of performing, but in battle rap, it's always been its own category as an attribute. The way this person delivers it, yes, it's a part of performing, but it's its own attribute.
We approaching agree to
Deliverance.
disagree territory
No,
right
no,
now.
there is
Yeah,
no. This is the other
I,
problem
I
with
kind
the
of have
world.
another
There is no
question too, Jack.
disagree. This is what it's been. These are facts, bro. Go and watch it. Y'all love to talk
They are
about your
not
old battle
facts,
rap
Jack
history,
Boy.
bro.
That's how
Go
you
watch your
perceive
old favorite battle
performance.
rappers, bro. They say on the shit before they rap, bro. Charisma, delivery, a flow that's cold. Niggas
Well,
make
that's
fucking
cool.
slogans around this shit. What are we talking about? Y'all not just finna change this shit because you want somebody to change it. It's been this way for forever. It's literally slogans around this shit, bro. What the fuck are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Well, Jack, one thing I agreed with you on that you said is my number one indicator was stage utilization and moving around the stage, right? But as I said, I don't think that's the only thing either. So for me, a second big thing I look at is how they handle the big stage, right? I think that most of us can agree. I hope that performers tend to excel on the big stage at some of the highest level of performance, being the amount of people that you have to move. And something else that all of those people have in common, like the Twerks, the Hitmans, the Surfs, the K Shines, is that they are some of the absolute best at moving the largest crowds in battle rap. And respect to yourself, because I do think you are a very good performer. But that's something that I feel like you've struggled at. So when you kind of put yourself above some of those guys, where do you view executing on the big stage and importance when we talk about the best performers?
No, don't get me wrong. I definitely view that as important because it's something that I want to accomplish, and I'm aware that it's something I haven't accomplished yet. But what I'm saying is, like you hear it say something I haven't accomplished yet. But what I'm talking about is like, for instance, to go back to where you started from, for where I started from. When I'm saying move across the stage, the way that K Shine would move across the stage, as far as moving around the stage, isn't the same way as like when you brung up T Top and him walking around. It's not the same, bro. Like, I don't want us to try and use the same sentence to make what we talking about two different people and how they do such thing that you can simplify in the same sentence like it's the same. The way a K Shine is gonna strut across the stage is not the same way that a T Top would. It's going to be more performative. It's gonna be more animated, and we know this. So when saying that statement, I hope you also are able to preference what I mean by just because someone walks across the stage doesn't mean that it's like, oh my God. It would have to be how it's done. But just because a nigga walks across the stage isn't like he's one of the best performers.
Just
What's the point
utilizing
that
the
I was making?
stage doesn't just mean you're a great performer, and I agree with that. I
You
agree
get
with
what
that.
you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's also a in when you walk across the stage, how you walked across the stage, the shit like. But just saying like he walked across the stage isn't enough to preference that someone is a performer. Yes, it's part of performing within the act. Like that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Everything we do is like Clips isn't viewed as a top performer as an attribute, but everything he's doing on stage is performing an act. So if you understand the difference within the definitions of this one word, you would clearly get what I'm saying. It's not actually hard or rocket science, nor is it an opinion. It's just these are facts. This is how it's been. Just like the subcategories which all of this comes from. Everything is performance, but within performance you got charisma. Within performance you got lyrical ability. Within performance you got motherfucking wittiness. We've had all of these categories for forever, and on y'all battle raps that all y'all historians swear you fans are, and how long you've been watching it. This is what's been listed on your favorite battlers and what made y'all love these niggas. Yet y'all can't seem to understand what the fuck I'm saying. It's
All
the
Well, I
right,
mean,
Jack.
craziest
You
thing
don't
to
have
me.
to be condescending to us.
well, we also understand part of it, but what's not a fact is when we hear something like K Shine and Hitman not being a top five performer
I
of all
never
time.
I gave my personal list, but I've never out my mouth said they definitively aren't top fives. I never said that. I just gave my personal list
And that's
on the
fair too,
pod.
but
But I
that's
never
open for
said that you
debate
never
once it's
hear
out
me
there.
say they aren't. Like if someone
Right.
puts them in their top five, none of y'all see me over there like, what are you doing?
No, Jack. So, like, this is the thing that happens. Like, I get that you were having a different conversation than we might be having, but that's a lot of topics that happen. You know what I'm saying? You spark something, so maybe you're not saying the same thing that we were saying anyway. But we changed it into whatever the fuck we talking about in here. You know what I'm saying? So, and I do get your point. You're talking about just the act of moving and all of that. I do have you as one of the greater performers. Especially like everything that you perform through.
Yeah, no,
So
but and Wizzo, I appreciate you and I appreciate the sentiments, but it's not even necessarily about me. It's my thing is, and one, it means something to me because I do this, and it's a big part of what I do, the performance attribute. But it's like it irks my skin when I hear people get the definition wrong and then use the how I perceive or in my opinion when not everything in this world is a fucking opinion. Certain things are facts. It's just what they are. So like the attribute of performance is just what it is. It's not what everyone want to make it be so they can argue for someone else. Is all I'm saying. Now, if someone and like that's why I said you gotta separate the convo of attributes and accolades. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying is separate the shit. And when you separate it, you understand. Like, nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like the same niggas that y'all name as the top, they see a nigga like She coming and they like, yo, this nigga about to be everywhere. Let's move, y'all. And you hear sentiments like, man, yeah, because I would never do all of the shit that he doing. Like, and you hear who even the performers are as far as the attribute. Now, of course, they would be like the same thing y'all are saying. Do it on the biggest stage. Do it on all these things come with it. But the attribute of performing. Niggas know who are the niggas that get the most animated and the most crazy up that motherfucker. Win, lose, or draw is the point.
do you think that does anybody think, and it's for everybody, do y'all think it's a difference when you say something like top performers or best performer?
It's the same thing. It's the same
Yeah,
thing.
Because
I think you can
Well,
talk
no,
that.
I
I think
think
okay.
that
when
should
you
be
I
say
think it
argued
goes.
top,
both ways.
I
that's
think
when you start to bring the attributes and accolades together. When you say something like top, but when you say something like best, that's more like
I
opinionated as far as
I feel like it's a difference between favorites and the best. So you could say like these are my favorite performers because that's an opinion based thing. But when you start saying like best and top, then you kind of have to you have to use stats. You know what I'm saying? You have and not necessarily like number stats, but you have to use those attributes and shit like that and
That's
stats. You know
and
what I'm
that's
saying? And the stats too. So it's like when he says my opinion, okay, that's his opinion. But when you start talking like stats and shit like that, well, it's not even up for debate whether or not Hitman is, you know what I'm saying, like, top best performer. You know what I'm saying? Because he's done it. He's got the stats. Now, when you start talking attributes, when you start talking about like who's your favorite, and those attributes and shit like that, okay, well that can get kind of foggy because this person may prefer this style of performance over that style of performance. She does do a whole lot of moving, but Hitman with him tagging in show out, that changes so much with the performance, like at a during a battle, like when he tags that nigga in and does the like, bro, nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy performance attribute. So you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's you know what I'm saying. There's a difference between a favorite and the best.
I 100% agree with everything you just said. I'm not going to lie. I
I
think it's
don't.
different when we talk about who we like or what we prefer. But then when we get into the best talks, you have to put the accolades in because what are you doing to prove you were actually the best? What are you doing to prove that you were actually top in that category? Otherwise, we can just say anyone we like as a performer. The separating factor is the level of success that you reach with it.
So now that we agree Hitman is number one, has everybody had lunch?
No, nobody fucking agrees with that bullshit. Who the?
No,
What?
I definitely got Hitman as number
Yep.
I
one.
understand.
I think
Would
everybody here does accept you, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? But
no,
it's
definitely.
mostly in agreement.
Definitely. And I get how y'all get there. I don't disagree when y'all want to throw the accolades in there. That part I don't disagree with that cuz he's done it. He's done his version of performance on the biggest stages and he got the stats and shit like that. So when you want to throw the accolades in there, of course, yeah, you got it. We just talking mano on the fucking court. Nigga, no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Mano y mano, nigga? Fuck no. The performance, man, never mind. All right, y'all have a good day. It's beautiful. Y'all niggas trip me the fuck out, Greg. I ain't gonna
Jack
hold
said,
you.
"Nah, never mind."
Not gang. Nah, you know what? Yeah, not never mind again, because I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking do it. Like, gang, it's like, I like, and like I said, I want to preface it with, I agree with y'all with where you mix the accolades in. I get that conversation, and I agree. I understand. Like, trust me. So I don't want no one to, when I say what I say next, to refute it with, accolades, because I keep acknowledging that I agree when you mixed the two. The point I keep saying is, and it's not favorites, it's just truth,
I
gang.
think what you're
Like,
arguing, Jack, is just a skill set based argument.
yes,
So if we put
yes, yes, yes,
everybody's skill
yes, yes,
test,
yes, yes, yes,
if we
fucking
put
yes,
everybody's
nigga. That's
skill
basic.
set on
Yes.
the chart, Hitman is not the top. If
Not
we're
number
just
one
arguing
as a
skill
fucking
set,
skill
I
set
do
of
understand
performer,
that you
bro.
feel
That's
that
the
way.
point that I'm fucking
But one
making.
thing you're missing is that's a
I'm
conversation.
not missing because I
Now,
hear
but
you and I
listen,
agree.
that's
I
a
don't even want you to say the
conversation
dumb
that can
shit.
only be had with other performers. You feel what I'm saying? Niggas that are
No, it's
on the
not.
court
No,
can
my
have that
motherfucker, it's
argument,
not.
but people who aren't actively
What are
participating
you
only
yelling?
have accolades to
This
argue.
just me. This just me, Wizzo, nigga. That's
Yeah,
all.
we talk like
You
this.
see how
I already
Frank
told
ain't
him we're
paying
gonna
me no
argue later
mind.
on anyway,
Yeah. This how me and Frank do.
all day.
Like this.
But I think in terms of
It's
like
me.
skill sets and shit, that's something to be argued among the niggas that do it. But when you're talking about people that just observe it happening, they have to have accolades in there to have the discussion.
Jack, this is
No.
great material for whoever you got to battle next. Whoever that person is.
Yeah, they about to get they about
They
to get
just
they boot smoke.
whoever that person is
Yeah,
just
that's
got a
so funny.
And whoever that person is about to
Finna
die. But
die
my
a
point
cold
well.
death.
is,
I
A
don't know who
cold
you got
death.
after that next
I don't
person,
I don't
but
know
That
who
nigga
I
finna
got
die,
either. You
whoever
know what
that
I'm
is.
saying?
I
I guess we gonna
Whatever
see. But
dumbass
I
nigga
don't
think
know.
they
But
could
I
beat
just
Jack
know that
is out of their mind.
bro, you got me, bro. You niggas got me fucked up. Like on my brim, you niggas got me fucked up. On my hat, like bro, cause I'm trying to get you my next opponent dead than a motherfucker. But look, this my
Super dead.
point, bro. Like, bro, like, look, this it's like, yes, I'm talking skill set. Like to me, like what y'all doing is y'all talk about LeBron and Kyrie, and I understand LeBron is over Kyrie, dog. Like I fucking get it, bro. But when we talking strictly fucking handles, you're not gonna tell me LeBron handle was better than Kyrie,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Shut the
get what you're
fuck up.
saying. I get what you're
Shut
saying.
the fuck up.
But you wrong,
And
nigga.
you niggas, and you
Hitman
niggas,
holla
and
number
you niggas,
one.
and
Now
but
say
and
it.
and
LeBron's
this
overall
and
Say
this
stats
and
it.
are
this
Say
what
better
I
than him.
Hitman
hear.
number
Look, and
one.
this what I hear. This why my skin be crawling, bro. Cause this what the fuck I hear. When I keep talking skill set and attribute, I keep hearing, yeah, but he got
Accolades.
4 rings.
Accolades. Yep.
Yeah, but he got 4 rings. Yeah, but he got 4 rings. And it's like, bro, I fucking understand he got 4 rings, bro. I'm not arguing that. The nigga got 4 rings. He's considered one of the goats. I fucking get it,
No, no,
bro.
no. Say it nicely. Say it
I don't
nicely.
even
No, no.
disagree
Don't
with
say it
you.
all
He
gangster like
is
that.
one
Say it
of the
nicely.
goats. Now, fuck saying anything nicely. You niggas too soft already. This is my point. Yes, I get it. The nigga's one of the best. I agree if you add the accolades in. That's why I don't understand why
No, he
niggas saying
is
he
the
in a
best, not one
bunch.
of. He is number one, numero
Yeah, okay,
uno.
cool. Okay, cool.
Okay,
But my
now we go
point
to
is
skill
when we
set.
talking, and now you get it, Frank, finally after fucking, because I've been arguing this with you for months behind it. You know, finally you get it, nigga. LeBron is LeBron. I get it. But that nigga handle is not better than Kyrie, bro. And it ain't that LeBron can't dribble. Because he'll do a step back, put you on your ass. We seen it. The nigga got some handle to him. But it ain't Kyrie, bro. And stop trying to act like it add up because he got 4 rings and Kyrie don't. Just stop. Just stop. That's literally the conversation that I'm trying to have with you
So for
niggas.
the
Stop
performer
doing that shit,
combo,
bro. They're
I
different
agree with that.
convos.
I agree with that analogy, but in this particular convo, then
But this
who's Bron
particular
and who's Kyrie
excuses.
for this
I don't want to
analogy?
hear fucking excuses.
Who for this analogy?
Nah,
Are
Who's
I
you?
don't
Bron and
want
Are
to
who's
hear
you?
Kyrie?
excuses.
Is
Is
he
so
Kyrie?
funny.
I mean, I think Hitman's
I'm not
skill set is
saying
better
I'm
at
Kyrie,
performing
bro.
than everyone else too. So
Fucking
that's
ugly
not.
motherfucker. That's not the point of the analogy.
You gonna let him finish what he's saying though, man? Everybody gonna say what they saying.
Finish what you're
Hey,
saying,
holla.
Smoke.
What
I
up
was
with
just
it?
saying in this analogy, who would be Bron and who
Love
would be
her.
Kyrie?
I just came in, you know. What's up with y'all? Everything all right?
Yeah,
And this
man. Let's get to the
and this
meat and potatoes.
and
You number
this and this,
one. Tell niggas you number one. Let's get this argument over with.
Nah, I
and this
ain't got. Nah, I ain't. I'm just talking. Talk your shit, Jack. Yeah, talk that skill set shit, Jack.
yeah, you know,